All right, welcome to Smokey Approved Korea. I'm your boy Jurnalist, and I am back officially. But we have some, I'm not going to say major house cleaning, but we do need to cover some things real quick that I've been asked to cover since being gone. And I figure let's just get it out the way. I give my 2 cents on it, and then we can get back rolling down the road after we cover this. So I was reached out to by an army that asked me to look a little bit more into, we'll say, some of the racial issues and the problems that have come from BTS's, we'll say, lack of understanding of the culture or appreciation of the culture, which could be misconstrued as appropriation. But I'm here to give a fair and balanced kind of reaction and my 2 cents on what this video is saying, and then what I have to say about the whole overall topic. And then you can't currently see it on the side, but there was another video that kind of also kind of tipped me towards wanting to do this video and get this out the way, which is called Racism in the Korean Community by, if you know who the Foreign Man is. It's another YouTube channel, but this is a side channel of his called Foreign Fridays. I'll be doing a reaction to that video tomorrow, but I figure let's get these out the way so we can continue down the road, because as I currently see it, the boys were young. They do stupid things. They didn't know everything that they needed to. They've learned better and they patterned up. That's the short and sweet of it. But obviously, we need to go through the history to just make sure that we do a proper, full, and fair balanced coverage of everything, because at least how I like to look at the information that I've received from Army and also on this journey is we make sure to cover everything that we can cover, because we need to make sure that every bit of information is there on the table for everybody to make their own informed opinion. And without covering this, we are partially playing into a bias that I'm not allowed to play into with how I built what I built on this channel, which is to be as impartially biased. No, impartially biased is not even, that's an oxymoron. To be as impartial as possible on the platform, no matter how good or bad it makes any person look. And yes, I may consider myself now a part of Army, but I still must consider myself a person that stands up for the things that I believe I should stand up for. And being allowed to cover BTS or any of these other things I cover on the channel means that I must keep an impartiality despite if I rate somebody very highly. So this is why we're doing this video, to give an explanation on that. If you want to skip it, skip it. If you want to learn more and walk through this journey with me, thank you very much. But we are going to be covering this. And yeah, please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description, and let's find out. This video does come today from Adiola Ash. It is 4 years old, so obviously they have grown and turned into different men since then. Shoot, they've even been to jail. If you're new to the channel, I call them going to military service as jail, just in case we have a large influx of new people that don't understand the terminology I've created on the channel. But yes, I do know this is an old video, and they probably are in different places in maturity and life. But that said, those are all the caveats for the video. Let's get into this and see what we get.
Hi everyone, it's Ariola. Welcome to my channel. Please watch this video to the end before leaving a comment. Today I will be talking about
Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm going to be commenting at every twist and turn. I feel like I need to say something.
BTS in regards to racism, cultural appropriation, colorism, and overall cultural insensitivity. Let me preface this by saying I don't believe in holding people's mistakes over them for years. The only reason I'm making this video is because the problems we have been scolding these K-pop groups about for years continue to happen. I think it's time we face the reality of whether things are actually changing or not. Please know that I am not instructing you on what to do with this information. We all have our own brains for this purpose, and you can do with this information as you wish. This is simply a topic that I've wanted to address for a while, as it manages to remain a relevant conversation. So let's begin. First, you guys will need some context. BTS was initially meant to be a rap group. The original lineup of the group consisted of rappers. This changed pre-debut, and Namjoon ended up being the only rapper that stayed in the group and thus became the leader as the only remaining original member. When BTS ultimately debuted, the group came out as a hip-hop group, fully embodying the aesthetic of black hip-hop culture. Over time, as they shed their heavy hip-hop persona for something more watered down and consumable, BTS's music became less hip-hop oriented and started to
I already find the approach just not as impartial as I would like it to be. Because to say that somebody has matured for a more watered down and palatable version versus a maturity in artistry while also doing, excuse me, while also doing whatever they would like musically and still doing all the rap stuff, because that'd be like looking at my music career now and all the stuff that I'm doing or some of the pop songs I've written and being like, oh, well, he's just making more watered down music for something that's more palatable, instead of you're on a journey as an artist and your music is going to change, especially in a genre in space like K-pop. So this is what I'm just like, I wish the wording was better. We're not starting out in a good place.
Lean more towards black influenced pop, including elements of trap, R&B, soul, rap, and other black musical influences. This was seen in their 2015 album, The Most Beautiful Moment in Life, Young Forever. It was with their 2016 album Wings that BTS's fame took off. Everything from their clothes to their dances continued to pull from black culture. Bang Shi-hyuk, aka Bang PD or Hitman Bang, the founder of Big Hit Entertainment and creator of BTS, has explicitly acknowledged this before himself. At a 2017 press conference, when asked about BTS's sound, Bang PD said, "In terms of music, black music is the base. Even when doing many genres like house, urban, and R&B, there's no change to the fact that it is black music." Bang PT also acknowledged how using black music styles made it easier for BTS to break into the Western market, saying, "We added BTS's unique value along with hip-hop and black music. The members like hip-hop and black music. These two things lowered the entry barrier to Western markets. K-pop is unfamiliar to Westerners, but they are familiar with hip-hop and black music." It is also important to look at the biggest music entertainment companies in Korea, also known as the Big Three, SM, YG, and JYP. Lee Soo-min is the founder of SM Entertainment, which is home to groups like SHINee, Girls' Generation, EXO, NCT, and Red Velvet. In an interview, he said, "South Korea has best consumed black music in Asia. Just as J-pop was built on rock, we made K-pop based on black music."
That's why again, if J-pop was built on rock, who the fuck you think invented that, man? Like, there's a lack of actual music understanding and nuance that, like, for this portrayal doesn't really make sense to me. Because yes, Bang PD admitting that they built their thing on black music because that's what the Western market actually understands shows, to me at least, a greater understanding of how the commodification of black culture has been so prevalent in America, because these art forms where Taylor Swift sits upon the top, I was a black art form first. Where the fuck is Luke Bryan at? Atop a black art form that was started by black people first. Like, all of these Western music genres, for the most part, if not every fucking single one of them, outside of, what is it? Maybe drum and bass? But which is still an electronic music art form, which that's where we get into the mixy part. But everywhere else, I would say rock, pop, R&B, soul, disco, funk, garage, techno. These are all art forms started by black people first. So, like, there's not actually, in my purview, a Western art form musically that wasn't started by black people. So this is where I'm just like, But that's a very nuanced understanding and approach of where these art forms started out and how they have been commodified and then stripped away from black artists to then help raise, we'll say, the profile of white artists that wanted to participate in these spaces. This is why I'm just like, I don't know if this is actually going to be a good video. This is why I probably should have did the Foreign Man first. However, I was asked to take a look at this video first, so I'm going to take a look at it. But I had the Foreign Man video already set aside probably like 4 or 5 days ago before I left for my trip. So I don't know. Adiola Cash, I see she's trying to do a good job. I just don't know if it's the best job that could have been done for this type of topic, because this is one that really requires a deeper understanding and not just a casual passage over certain parts.
J-pop was built on rock, we made K-pop based on black music. In 1992, hip-hop group Saoteji and the Boys started what would be known as K-pop today. Their music, dancing, clothing, hairstyles, and overall aesthetic all originated from black culture. You might recognize one of the members standing on the right. That'd be Yang Hyun-suk, aka the founder of YG Entertainment, which is home to groups like 21, Big Bang, and Blackpink. Park Jin-young, which is home to groups like 21, Big Bang,
My boy got his faux locks in like a motherfucker.
and Blackpink. Park Jin-young is the founder of JYP Entertainment, home to groups like the Wonder Girls, GOT7, Twice, Stray Kids, and ITZY. In an interview, JYP spoke about his preference for American black music and described the sound of his label as black music with the K-pop feel. Hitman Bang has spoken about drawing his inspiration from these three companies before. In a 2016 interview, he said, "When I first started off, I looked at SM as a role model since I knew nothing, and like YG, I set a musical base of hip-hop." After graduating college, Hitman actually worked for JYP as a producer before leaving to start his own company, Big Hit Entertainment. At the 2016 Asia Artist Awards, he thanked Park Jin-young for teaching him everything he knew about producing. All of this information is important to know to understand how K-pop being built off of black culture plays into the problems I'll be speaking on later. The BTS events I'll be talking about will be presented in chronological order for you to see the progression over time or lack thereof. So let's get started. Before BTS debuted in June 2013, Namjoon was seen with cornrows and dreadlocks, which I'll be referring to as locks throughout the video.
Oh.
June 2000.
I ain't seen the cornrows before. I have seen this afro-y fro shit, but that's also, again, there's a lack of cultural understanding for Koreans, because at least when I was growing up, the little bit I did know about Koreans was that for some of them, for a sign of wealth or beauty, they would get a perm in their hair that makes their hair look like Namjoon's afro currently, or his fucking frohawk that he has here. Now the cornrows, it's neither here nor there. Black people aren't the only people that have these. Vikings had them as well. Like, braiding your hair is not just a black culture or custom, even though we feel like it is. It's not particularly just from us. It's other cultures and people have done this as well. I'm just like, but the cornrows is fucking hilarious. This nigga honey blood.
was locks throughout the video.
Oh, those are terrible faux locks. He needs to fucking fire his hairdresser.
June 2013, Namjoon debuted with hair in the pattern of 4C to mimic the hair texture of black people. In October,
I will agree it was in the vein of black people, but getting a perm so their hair becomes curly, I think is more so a cultural custom that happens in Korea. He just used his to show a little bit more favor towards, we'll say, people or a genre of music that he felt very inspired by.
October of 2017, Namjoon admitted to wanting to have this hair so he could look aggressive. June 25th, 2013, Namjoon did his little black English stunt on a radio show.
Yo, what's up? This memes, this is Shindong and Shim Chaba, we don't want to talk about it. You know what? We don't want to talk about it. Shindong. We just ready on the channel. We don't want to talk about it. Yeah. And we just talking about it. Other
Yo, the cringe on V's face is fucking hilarious. And niggas like, please don't, like, stop talking, mate.
memes, this is Shindong and Shim Chaba, we don't want to talk about it. You know what? We don't want to talk about it. Shindong. We just ready on the channel. We don't want to talk about it. Yeah. And we just talking about it. Other shit that I don't know want to try. Man. We don't want to talk about it. You know, this is hip hop channel, and you know we talk about this gangy thing, and you know there's DJs and there's dom dokes and jump guys. We talk about that, man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm this thing. Bulletproof boys, man. You know? Yeah.
August 19th.
I need more context. What is the question that this boy was asked before he did, we'll say, whatever black sin attempt that he attempted to do right there? I need more context. Or somebody needs to link me the video, please.
August 19th, 2013, in a Bangtan bomb, the whole group was seen singing along to the N-word.
Oh, that don't look good. God damn it. It's like a bunch of white kids at a Kendrick Lamar concert. Niggas is gonna sing the song when ain't no niggas is around. Is at least how I see it. Should they? No. Shouldn't be necessary. However, it doesn't look like, at least how I'm watching it, that is anybody really saying it at the actual time of the lyric, or are they just all dancing?
19th, 2013, in a Bangtan bomb, the whole group was seen singing along to the N-word.
Yeah, that doesn't look good, boys. That doesn't look good, boys.
March 13th, 2014, Jimin called Namjoon a Maori chief, referring to his skin tone, to try and degrade him as they were having a roasting session.
굉장히 궁금한 질문 하나 해보겠습니다. 야, 너 마오리족 족장 닮은 거 알지?
March 21st.
That's more so the colorism issue within Korea, because they have a real big thing about having, we'll say, alabaster skin in Korea. So I'm not from New Zealand either. So does it look good? No. Am I the person that needs to take up the issue? No, because I don't know enough about my Maori people or the fucking situation as a whole. But that shit don't look good either, boys.
2014, while performing Shinhwa's Top, Namjoon said the N-word. It should be noted
it's the Justin Bieber, Post Malone all over again. Fucking hell.
that Shinhwa continues to perform their own song with the N-word as well.
Oh, was he singing somebody else's song, huh? Again, should have known better to leave the N-word out, but he's singing somebody else's song. Does it make it right? Fuck no. But I just thought he was just dropping the N-bomb.
It should be noted that Shinhwa continues to perform their own song with the N-word as well. Here's a clip from them from August 2015 performing the song Top.
Oh, the hell, now I still do the same shit. Oh, fucking hell.
In LA, saying the N-word very clearly.
What you gonna do, what I gotta do, this is how we do, you niggas better know. Do you wanna see the...
July 2014, during the American Hustle Life reality TV show, J-Hope clearly stated that he had to put on sunscreen so he wouldn't get tanned. December 2000.
Yeah, colorism in Korea is really big. Look at what the fuck Wasa has to go through. Like, I can't drag this. I can drag the actual usage of the N-word. That's a problem. Like, we need to pattern up. But the whole tan thing and not wanting to be tan, does it play into the hatred for black people? Yes. But within Korean culture, it goes far deeper than just fucking hating black people. Has actually probably, I would think, a lot less to do with looking black and actually just being fucking poor because you can't sit the fuck in the house and stay out of the sun. Like, there's a cultural understanding of why their colorism just is a tinge less different than colorisms from other places. Because in Korea, you being tan means your ass is poor. You're outside being a brokey having to work. But in Korea, if I could stay my ass inside, I'm not tan. So me getting tan in Korea, it's different. It's different.
2014, Jimin was seen wearing a Native American headpiece in the W magazine spread BTS did. December 2014, Yoongi was wearing red braids for their Mama performance. March 15th, 2015, during an interview, Namjoon expressed his regret for using the term West Side Till I Die in their song If I Ruled the World. This is how the interview went. You shouted West Side Till I Die during If I Ruled the World. I was really wrong then. After the album came out, I listened to it. I thought, I think I was immersed in the emotions while recording and ended up shouting like that. What's the specific reason why you feel you were wrong? First off, I didn't even live in the West Side, and even if that song had a G-Funk sound, what I shouted wasn't the way to respect the West Coast hip-hop musicians. I believe there are many meanings inside the words West Side Till I Die. Sweat, struggles, pride, etc. Isn't it a phrase that compresses all these factors of life? Are you saying that you overlook the weight and complex undertones that the phrase has within hip-hop? That's right, I believe it's different from the words like yo or check it. As a result, I was thoughtless. Are you admitting it be a mistake? Further than a mistake, it was wrong. I have nothing to say.
Growth and maturity already. However, West Side Till I Die don't mean a motherfucking thing unless you're just going to be like, I don't like East Coast rappers, or you want to participate in gang activity. Why the fuck is that actually an issue? Like, West Side Till I Die is just either gang culture or 90s rap beef pastiche. This was dumb. This is dumb. This feels stupid.
March 28th, 2015.
This is like me watching the expose on fucking Justin Bieber or Post Malone. Even though for one of them, I feel like their journey through music has kind of changed and they've decided to completely abandon everything about black culture that they've used to get to the fucking top. However, the other person seems to still really like to work with black music and work with some black artists, but definitely has decided to like just remember that they're a little white boy. So I don't know. Like, I don't know.
In the BTS Begin show, Yoongi said Hoseok was the darkest guy he'd seen, and Namjoon went on to say that Hoseok was as dark as a TV. May 13, 2015, during Bon Voyage, Jimin called Jungkook a Kamdungi because JK had tanned. Jimin called Jungkook a Kamdungi because JK had tanned.
Somebody actually speaks Korean, not just Google Translate, because the note that we're provided,
Jimin called Jungkook a Kamdungi.
the note at the bottom seems to be more in line with like actually black, like it Kam meaning black, but does Kam actually mean blackie? Because blackie is just a crazy term that I just don't think that's actually what it means. And then Dungi is what? It's just a cute phrase or some shit.
Dungi because
Jesus Christ. That second definition is heavy. Fucking hell. Yeah, okay. Exactly. So we still, the second definition, at least what's on the screen, that's not for us to fucking even deal with because it wasn't used for a black person. So is it a bad word? Sure. But now it was used amongst the Korean person with the Korean person. They've got their own colorism issues that them niggas need to work out. Should it exist from the, we'll say, appropriation of other cultures outside of Korea that are very apparent within fucking Korea? No, it shouldn't, because it's quite stupid. But then they also have a high love for, we'll say, French culture and Europeanism, which would then help breed more colorism within the fucking Korean culture. But they still also love a lot of fucking black culture from America. So there's a cognitive dissonance going on within that society. But everybody's society has this issue. So it's like, I'm always the first to be like, I'm going to tell a nigga what they should do and have to do. But like, I can't tell a nigga about some shit that I can't actually fix within my own country, which is also an issue we have even in and amongst black people ourselves in America. We still have people calling fucking people light skin and dark skin, and fucking there's a war between that shit and people making jokes. And do I myself participate in these jokes sometimes? Yes. So this is why I'm like, I can't completely disparage somebody for doing something I also partially participate in myself, but also have understanding of there is a nuance of culture and understanding that happens amongst one's people that shit, unless the collective society around us wants to make the change, yeah, we're still gonna be doing this shit.
Also, like raising a mixed race baby in Korea.
That was a lot of my concern because I was dark skin toned and I was made fun of my skin tone since elementary school. And imagine being an actual mixed baby. I was full Korean and people were aware of that. They just called me gamdungi gamdungi.
That's not a nice word.
That's not.
And like a while ago. Yeah. 감둥이.
Oh, it means neither.
You said the
No. Don't tell him he said the N-word. The motherfucker answered your question with the most accurate answer in your black ass asking it. Don't try and be fucking surprised now when that motherfucker says the actual definition with the word in it. Like, I hate that shit. Don't, the fuck. It'd be like me being somewhere in the racist South and being like, oh, do you like me? And then they call me the N-word. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe you said it. The fuck? Oh, this is fucking performative shit.
감둥이.
Oh, it means neither.
You said the N-word. I don't know how to spell it, so I don't know what it means.
We're sorry to say it, but it's like racism. Bad word.
It's a bad word.
It's rude.
It's rude. What does it mean, like?
Skin tight.
Oh, for black people?
Yeah. We don't think that as a good way to call people either.
Okay, thank you.
Damn. See, this is also just like we are watching somebody's culture from an outside perspective as the people on the ground are actively, in some groups, trying to make changes, while some groups don't really give a fuck. But these words still exist. Some people will use them, some people won't. Some people have used them in the past, some people have matured and don't do these things anymore. And they just have this past of doing some stupid shit they shouldn't have been doing. But when you don't have any interaction outside of consuming entertainment with people that look in a other way than you look when you look outside or your friend group, you're gonna do some stupid shit. It's just what happens when you don't have any interaction with anybody outside of the small group of friends you have. You make small-minded comments and do small-minded things. It's what happens with people.
Oh, thank you.
During the 2015 summer package, Jimin made the comment that if he got too tanned, he might be so dark that they wouldn't be able to see him in their upcoming music video. During the same summer package, Namjoon compared Jungkook to Mikul, a Korean blackface character, because he had tanned.
Overdrawn lips, can't really make like a statement on, because black people, we have larger lips than most people on this planet. So how to accurately draw a black person in a cartoon, you would have to overdraw the lips. That's always been something I find quite stupid. When they're fucking red though, that's when I'm just like, you niggas know a little bit more than what you fucking saying. Then we also had the stereotypical black things. It's not good, but what am I gonna do? I'm gonna sit here and fucking call out every anime that I like as well. Like Mr. Bobo is not fucking the most racially sensitive character, but I'm a massive DBZ fan. So it's like, Bobo, Mr. Popo, fucking wrong name. But it's like, again, when you are younger, you say stupid shit. But these are jokes based on colorism, not racism. So this is where I'm just like, you're showing me a lot of examples of little niggas doing stupid shit that little niggas do. I've heard worse shit and seen worse shit in the motherfucking Call of Duty fucking lobby. Like, can we get to some, like, truly damning shit? Like, when that nigga Namjoon is doing the show, and I feel like at that time, he should kind of know better than to say that word from a song from somebody who is much bigger, or from an older artist act that they're doing, like, a tribute song for. Like, I would hope that you would know better. But he didn't. He said what he said. That's an actual, like, fuck, what's my nigga up to? That's not good. Yeah, that's racist. That's racist. You don't need to overdraw your lips or do any of the extra shit. You can wear the wig. You can wear the wig. You can wear the glasses. But overdrawing the lips, that's extra. But also, that's now a character within their culture. It'd be like if a white person decided to dress up like Gerald from Hey Arnold and walked around with a basketball. Are they racist? No. Did they do blackface adjacent things to make themselves look more black to then play Gerald? That's when you have a problem. So it's like a case by case thing. Jesus Christ. That's not good. White people turn Jim Crow era to America and had him sexy dance. Yep, this is all bad, but this also just comes from a lack of racial sensitivity and understanding and care, actually, in Korean culture. Because, again, just like white people in America, motherfuckers love to hang out with black people until shit either get too real or you overstep and a motherfucker tells you about the shit that you're doing is racist. But you'll love to commodify my fucking existence or the traits and shit that come from, we'll say, a black existence. Like having a big ass back in the day when I was growing up. It's not okay. It was actually a disrespectful thing to say to somebody unless you were from the black community. But now, everybody and their mama want a big ass. Everybody out here trying to get a BBL, having larger lips, having more voluptuous figure. All of these things have been popularized by black women that they have then taken and then turned into normal things. Like, I remember one day, I just woke up and having cornrows on Kim Kardashian was like the new look for the summer. But when I was growing up, that shit wasn't cute. The only person that I've ever seen glorify a black woman's hairstyle was Nelly, actually. And that nigga was like, I like him, what's it called? Something with cornrows and manicured toes. Like, and then what's that? Drop your tail feather. No Diddy. I'm sorry, but there was a moment in that song of actual positive blackness that I have to note here. And that's when Nelly was out here talking about shit. I like my women like this. That was a marker of respect to what is typically considered, especially at that time, as a lesser hairstyle on a black woman. But now, women of all colors like to get their fucking hair done in cornrows and shit like that. But who the fuck was riding the wave first? Black people. But does that make it a thing that if you don't understand these things, it's going to make it harder for you to like be like, oh, well, like everybody's doing it. Or like the person that you seen doing it after women of color have been doing it for fucking decades or centuries. Now it's quite popular. So it's just like, it's just a lack of racial sensitivity and understanding and respect. On that bullshit. Put this nigga real face up on next to is fucking hilarious. Yeah, cuz can't come to America. That is about to be a problem later. Let's even just hit on this watermelon thing, because for me, if you think that a black person eating watermelon is like a marker of like, oh, you can shit on a black person for that, let's talk about why this trope was started. Because black people in America, after we were emancipated from fucking slavery and we were free, we were the only people outside of Native Americans that actually know how to fucking grow watermelons. And we actually grew so many goddamn watermelons that we became wealthy and actually were able to pull ourselves out of fucking levels of poverty and just terrible situations. So to make that a lesser thing, they started talking about how black people were watermelon pickers and all these things and tried to turn watermelons into a pejorative. However, I'm proud of watermelons. I'm proud of my association as a black person with a watermelon for these very reasons, because I actually know the real history of why they've tried to take something that should be held up as a mark of respect or a badge of honor and turned it into, oh, this is a pejorative. But actually, you're eating something so healthy for you that black people have made accessible to you in ways that were not accessible before. Shout out to my man in Africa as well, because Africans with watermelons, oh, they've got some really good watermelons in Africa. I've had a couple flown over now that I live in the UK, so it's a lot closer to getting the African watermelon. But just, if you know your history, shit like this does not seem to affect you in the way that I think it affects other people with a lesser understanding of their history.
May 18th, 2015, JK called Namjoon a egg, referencing Namjoon's skin tone. Hoseok then laughed and asked Namjoon, "Why are you so tan?"
But he does
June 2000.
egg. Or like those, what's it called? The eggs that sit in soy sauce before you put them on top of your ramen. Cuz look like that, actually. Like, if I'm really going to hold my nigga for saying racist shit, again, I got to go back to when that nigga said nigga on stage in full 4K audio. Like, that's one we could come to. I call my man, he look like a baked egg. Is it colorism? Yes. Has it anything to do with my black ass? Fuck no. Cuz really look like a baked egg.
2015, during an Australian interview, Namjoon made a colorist comment about his fellow band members V and J-Hope.
Hello, my name is Joyce from Officially K Music.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
What was your first impression when you all first met each other?
When I first saw V and J-Hope, I couldn't see them because they were too black. So, yeah, when the nights get dark, I couldn't find them.
Again, has nothing to do with my black ass. Everything to do with colorism in Korea and their lack of wanting to be darker unless it suits a particular look.
August 25th, 2015, Namjoon once again did his little shtick of African American English on a variety show.
개인기가 뭐냐면요. 흑인 영어래요. 어떻게 하는 걸 보여주세요.
So man, his beats is cold and them rap monsters.
뭐야? 비슷해 보이잖아. 이상해.
July 13th, 2015, in an interview, Yoongi and Jin said Taehyung was so dark they thought he was wearing stockings because of the color of his legs. Namjoon had to console Taehyung because of this comment. January 3rd, 2017, Namjoon went on V-Live, making a kind of New Year's resolution. Here's a clip of what he said. "I've never thought my behaviors and my music or words could hurt others or cause inconvenience to others. I've never thought that way. As I went through the year 2016, I came to think about that my words or behaviors, regardless of my intentions, could cause troubles or hurt others' feelings. In the process, I thought I need to hold responsibility."
Say again? Nah, man. Yeah.
For that, and I need to think about such things. What I said or did would not be undone. I thought so. My goal for 2017 is to be mature in many ways, including my way of thinking. I want to become a person who thinks more righteously and makes greater music. That's my goals. June 12th.
So, after that date, do we have anything from this nigga that is completely out of line or off cuff that we shouldn't be having from somebody who, from the statement he's made, doesn't seem to understand the weight and visibility that he had prior? Now he seems to have an understanding that the weight of what he says and the visibility that he does have can cause harm or will cause harm or does not show the side of himself that he would like the world to actually see and know him for, and that he's participating in things that are quite hurtful to people that have musically given him the foundation for him to be able to grow into the music artist that we know him as now. Do we have anything after this fucking date? Was this 2015 and it's 16? Do we have something else? Because we've just jumped back into 2013 after he's made the remarks of, I was a dickhead. I was wrong. I've said some fucked up shit. Can't take that shit back. But I'd like to be a better person. And from this day forward, I plan on moving forward in these ways. And as I've seen it, those were the steps I've seen taken. So do we have anything that's post 2015 or 2016?
2017, Namjoon posted photos of his debut hair. June 27, 2017, during Bon Voyage, Jin, in his letter to Jungkook, said that his face had gotten a lot darker during the trip, so once they got back to Korea, he would give him a sheet mask to fix his skin. September 21st, during a Knowing Bros episode, Namjoon said he would have looked good with locks and so would one of the men on the show.
I'm in a world now where bald men go to the fucking salon, beauty shop, barber shop, and walk out with a head full of locks like mine. Like, niggas think they look cute with long hair, especially locks. It's just what happens. Like, our locks a very big cultural part of, we'll say, African American, and Caribbean culture? Yes. But, like, we're not the only motherfuckers with locked hair. Like, we're not. Like, is it a cultural custom for ours far more than it is in any other culture around the world? Yes, but is this a hairstyle that is prevalent in everybody's culture? Like, take it back to my Maori boys. How many of them motherfuckers got locks? Just natural, just straight up, just free forming it. Like, these are just, there's some really good examples in this video of fuckery that these boys have done on their way up to becoming the biggest band they are at this point in time. But also just some very terrible examples of just cultural colorism that happens within Korea that has nothing to do with black people, but it's all getting wedged into one video. Foreign Man will do a much better job, I promise.
September 22nd, 2017, during the Mic Drop Comeback DNA performance, Hoseok had braids. He had braids again the following day. And the following day after that.
I sit in the motherfucking chair to get my hair braided, and that shit takes fucking 3 to 6 hours. And you don't think I'm gonna wear that motherfucker for a couple of days? What's wrong with you? Especially if you black, you should know this. Especially being a black woman. You say that you sit down and get your hair braided, and let's say, fuck it, it is our culture. Let's say it is. You get your hair braided, you get some micro braids in. You gonna take that shit down the next day? It just took 18 hours to get that shit in. 12 hours. We just taking that shit out the next day? Motherfuckers got cornrows under lace fronts right now that they didn't have for like 4 to 6 months. And we calling this nigga out for 3 days of braids. Crazy.
October 11, 2017, Hoseok had braids again for a Mic Drop performance. 4 days later, Hoseok had braids again for another Mic Drop performance.
You did, yeah.
Let's change your hair.
RM, why?
자, 7 곱하기 2는 월드와이드 핸섬. 진이의 별명은 태영이는 바보다.
말이 되잖아.
내 별명이 태영이의 바보다가 왜 나와?
왜냐면
아니, 야,
인디언들 이름을 생각해봐. 주먹 들고 일어서.
야, 이건 말. 맞아. 그럼 뭘로 해야 그게?
How many fucking Americans in fucking, I was gonna say how many Americans in America still call sitting cross-legged Indian style? Like, we still call it an Indian burn. Like, this is just poor examples. Like, these motherfuckers, in a way, don't know shit. So they're going to make racially insensitive statements. Like, this is a good video to cover because I'd like to make sure that I see the bullshit myself so I can know, like, hey, cool. Can I square this within myself and what I've seen from their output? Or is this just some bullshit that is not particularly a smear campaign, but just like a compilation of shit of what you see little niggas doing all the time? They don't know better, so they say some shit that they probably shouldn't be saying.
May 25th, 2018, during a press conference, Namjoon announced they would be changing the nega lyric in their song to different words so it wouldn't sound like the N-word.
See, that's what I don't like, though. You have this type of past, Stand on that shit. Meaning you're also changing on one side, meaning you have a better understanding of how your insensitivity towards black culture and people while using black culture and people to raise yourself. It's not a very good look. But also, now you are taking away from your culture and your ability to teach that this word may sound very close to one of my favorite words to use, but has fuck all to do with you. And you need to learn how to respect that there's a language outside of the creation of this word, well after the creation of my language, that even though there's a similarity, I'm not going to change it just because you don't know any better. And that's why I don't like this. I don't think they should have done it ever. I think they should have had the fucking conversation before and after the show and took on the bad media and press and taught people what the fuck Korea is about and this word's association. Just like what happened during fucking the Korean War and whatever fucking times we spent there where there were black fucking soldiers that would hear this word and try and fight Korean people over it instead of, motherfucker, you need to learn how to hear the difference between nigga and nigga. It's quite close, but it's not even fucking similar. And that's like, it's just, I don't like it. You should have fucking done the hard work. That's my problem also with people that like to integrate or engage with black culture or any culture that is not theirs. Doing the hard work, and when it feels fucking awkward, people don't like to do that shit. So then they try and make shit all nice and fucking fluffy. And that's the shit I hate. I really don't like that shit.
April 2019, Namjoon addressed the "but Namjoon" saying in a movie, addressing the saying people use when K-pop idols do problematic things, and he is brought up to say much worse has been done before. September 26, 2000, brought up to say much.
Explain this to me. I don't fucking understand. And the explanation provided in this video is not detailed enough for me to actually get it. I don't get what these three words are, what this is moment in reference is. I don't get it.
Worse has been done before. September 26, 2019, J-Hope for his chicken noodles to
She hate this nigga. She hate this nigga. Him in braids. We clearly can tell this nigga like himself with braids. And she's like, oh, see again, this nigga's doing it again.
remake had gel twist. He also commissioned the album art, which used Rastafarian colors and what looked to be...
Nah, fuck off. The headband does have Rasta colors on it, but like those colors all then like bleed out into the full color spectrum around it. But the headband is predominantly just Rasta colors. It's no good look, but it actually is just part of the color scheme maybe. But even if it's not, like giving a homage to the Rastas because they are one of the groups of people in this world that are very known for having locks.
Be obviously locks. He commissioned his favorite artist to make the album art. March 3rd, he commissioned his favorite...
Yeah, that shit hard. That's the hard album art. I'm not mad at that.
Favorite artist to make the album art. March 3rd, 2020, while reacting to an old video, Namjoon called his debut hair dope and laughed.
감독님들이 저희 이름을 다 아시면
머리 진짜 쩐다.
그때부터는 이제 좀 더
여기 옆에다 RM 책이잖아.
수 있겠지만 저희가 빨리 잘
May 2020, Yoongi released his mixtape, which on one of the tracks he sampled cult leader Jim Jones, who was responsible for killing hundreds of black people.
J. Cole just did this. Like, honestly, who the fuck cares? Like, people being upset for people that are dead is the thing that I have an issue with. Like, it's so performative. Like, that motherfucker's dead. And that, like, I get it. Let's have respect for dead people. I totally get that side of it. But, like, you're upset for somebody else's behalf on a thing that actually isn't that upsetting. Like, if you don't like it, don't engage with it. But, like, who the fuck cares? Like, I don't know.
Big Hit ended up releasing a statement saying they apologized for anyone who was offended and said they didn't purposely use the sample and that it happened because of the producer. They refused to acknowledge that Yoongi was seen mixing the speech himself and that he was one of the producers on the song. For the Dynamite live countdown in August 2020, there was a TP scene in the background. Hope this video was helpful for anyone that was confused about anything. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this.
Oh, Jesus, this just feels like a long dragging of Korea's cultural insensitivity towards black people and the cultures that we've kind of helped create amongst ourselves once the rest of the world like picks it up and wants to like take it on and like think it's popular. I now feel duty bound to have to get this fucking foreign man video done because this just... My thoughts on all of this. Them niggas made mistakes in the past. Have they grown and seem to show maturity that they don't want to make these mistakes again? Sure. So that's where the fuck we're going to have to leave it, because otherwise nobody's ever going to be able to do anything. As I sit here today, the stance that I take on a lot of, we'll say, women's rights, on racial topics, on politics, on just life in general. If you knew me 5, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, you'd be like, you have no right to fucking take these positions or say these things now. But I have decided to grow and mature and become a better person. So I now hold different positions than the ones that I did before. I've said things that were fucking terrible. Definitely said a bunch of racist shit as a child as well. Probably say racist shit to this day. But I'm trying to be better. So am I able to hold these motherfuckers to bear and be like, oh, they're fucking terrible? No, I can't. Was this kind of a waste of my time? In a way. Is it good that I've seen this shit so I can now decide what I want to do with it? Sure. But that's also what you're going to have to do. I'm not your daddy. I'm not your mama. I can't tell you what the fuck to do. If you hate him for it, you hate him for it. If you don't, you don't. That's just the situation. But as I see it today, they are making better strides in doing the right thing and trying to show the appreciation and the care towards the culture that they should. And we can't ask no more than that. And that's where the fuck I'm going to have to leave it. That said, that's it for this particular video. I'm going to do the one on Korean racism from Foreign Man. That's just the shorthand I have for it because I don't remember the fucking title. But yeah, that's where we're going to leave it. Thank you for joining me. Please do hit that like, subscribe, Patreon's in the description. And I'll see you on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace.